It is meme central for Peridot and Jamie these past 2 episodes. Hello everyone, welcome to the Steven Universe Impressions. This was a great way to wrap up everything that they did throughout the week of Sardonyx. Though we didn't get to see Sardonyx too much, that was kind of a given. There's just another theme with these sort of reoccurring gem fusions is that after the voice actors one premiere and one episode, they don't get heard from again. This is probably because of budget reasons, or more so a trend that they like to follow. And I don't mind that at all because I'm not one for big cameo appearances. This episode was great in showing more character of Peridot. Oh my gosh, she's such a spaz. That scene where she goes, die, 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 die. I love that scene to death because it was so entertaining and so funny. Peridot is, I like her as a character, but I don't find her as one of my favorites. Most of the characters in the show are really fleshed out and good. I just don't really have a definitive, like, yeah, she's super great, like the fan base for her that they've built up, which is really weird. Out of all the characters, they build up Peridot. It's kind of strange. Let's get around to now Pearl and Garnet's relationship. Earlier I saw a post on Reddit, because, you know, I post this stuff. Thank you, by the way, whoever clicks on these videos who accidentally think it's the thread. When I looked at it, it basically said Garnet's one of her weaknesses or flaws is that she doesn't accept weakness. Like, Pearl has a humongous weakness, her inferiority complex. She feels like she's inferior to Steven, inferior to Rose, inferior to Garnet. Garnet is almost perfect in her eyes. She wants to be like her. You can feel it in the line where she says, no matter what I do, I'm not strong enough. And it really hits you. And Garnet has one of the wisest things to say. You shouldn't want to be like me. You should be you. Be what makes you strong. And in the end of all this, we get to see that they finally get to work together as a team. And we see them capture Peridot's foot. You know, this sort of setup was very reminiscent of Story for Steven, in which they go into just a gigantic sort of maze where there's a bunch of death traps and a bunch of things like that. And though it's not really that important to the story itself, it's really interesting to see more of the lore being shown subtly through what used to be and the remnants of the gem takeover that happened a few thousand years ago. Another thing cool about this episode is that Steven pulls out his shield total of 3 times, which is really good for him. It means that he's growing more as a gem. Finally, at the end of the episode, seeing Amethyst kind of relax and say, finally, it's over. It's a throwback to Reformed, and it's also a kind of relaxation after a whole family dispute. And that's one of the things that Amethyst does really well. She is a part of the family. This was a great episode to end off this Steven Bomb 3. I'm hoping they'll go back to their traditional once every week, because 1, these reviews are hard to make daily, especially when you're on vacation. 2, I kinda don't like 3-week breaks in between my shows, even though it's nice to have a couple of them every once in a while, as in 5 episodes in a row. That's really cool every once in a while, but I don't need it every time. So, thank you all for watching my impressions of the week of Sardonyx. Maybe subscribe to the next episode when it comes out. Hopefully I can get to Gravity Falls now.